Welcome to the second video in my Unity series. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating our character and making our character move around. So we already are able to move our character around, but now we're going to make this work a little bit better. So let's press play and see what happens to our character. You notice how as I do run my character, it's kind of disappearing into the background and it's going further and further away. So what I really need to do is I really need to put the camera onto the character. So what I want to do is I want to go over to my character, actually before here, just with nothing selected, go game object and create an empty. And I'm going to call this my character. And we're going to put the character into the my character. We're going to put the main camera into the my character. And what we want to do is we want to take the script off my character. Here it is. So let's remove that script. So we go over to these little dots and remove component. And then we go to the actual character controller. We're going to add a component and we're going to click on that movement script. And so now, if I run it, now my character follows the actual, my camera follows the character. I get to the end over here and he's hanging out over space. We don't want him to hang out of space. So what can we do with that? We can click on the character and we can actually give it physics. And the physics we give it is rigid body. So if I go to component, down to physics and go to rigid body, it adds this rigid body component. And so now when I run it, as I run it, it goes over the edge and he disappears. Watch. Whoop. He falls off the actual plane. And that's exactly what we want. We want the character to be able to move around and interact with the environment. And that's what rigid body does. The next thing that we want to do is we want to create an ability so that it actually does not go off the edge, because, you know, this is really our world and we want to control it so it doesn't go off the edge. So we need to do that in our script. So let's open up our script again. What we've got here is if character input get key down, key code dot right arrow is this, then transform. What we want to add into here, just in between these two brackets, is a double ampersand and a space, and then we want to go transform dot position dot x is less than 20. And so what this is going to do is when we are using the right arrow, it's going to reach a certain point and it's not going to go past that point. So let's just go and save all. And you can see, again, checking that green, that means that our code is correct. And this is the part that we've changed. So if I go back to my game, it's going to add that and compile that to the program. So what we should see is, as I use my right arrow, when it gets to the position 20, it will stop moving. So I'm going to use my right arrow, and as I keep using my right arrow, it reaches a certain point, and I'm continuing to press my right arrow now, but it's actually stopped it moving from this point. So obviously I can go a little bit further. So let's have a look at our script again, and we can make this -25, save all, and we'll go back there, and that compiles it. And let's just run that again. And off we go. And 25. It's getting closer, 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 closer. Will it take it? Ah, good. It's taken it right to the edge. I wonder if we went 26, what would happen? So, let's go to our code and make it 26. Save all. And it compiles. We'll change over here in a second. There it goes, 26. Let's run that. And we get near the edge. Here we go. Before it stopped about here. Here it stops, so that's stopping right on the edge. And that's what we would like this to do. So let's go back to our code. And we're going to add the same thing here. So we're just going to copy that code, press Control C, and we're going to go down here. And it's this time, it's going to be negative 26. And we're going to save that, save all, go back over here, and you'll see down here it'll change. There it is. Let's run that code. And it's crashed it, so something's wrong with my code. Let's have a look at my code. What's the difference? Get input, left arrow, ampersand, transform position, position X is greater than. That's what I've done. I've got to change that to greater than, save all. Compiles it, it'll change over here. There it is. Let's run that. And we can go all the way over, and it should, let's just see. Oh, it's fallen off. So we actually have it probably negative 24 is where we need it to be. So let's look at that code again. Sometimes we just have to experiment with our code. So this is why we do one part at a time. You'll notice I'm not just going all the way down into this area here. I'm just addressing one thing at a time. This just helps us really be able to nail down the exact thing that the problem is. Let's run that. Let's get close. Yeah, still one more, so we could go negative 23. Trial and error is the best way at this point. Let's get back there. 23 should change. There we go. Let's run that. Get close. And there we go. It doesn't go any further. So that's exactly what we want. So looking at the rest of the code, we can just add, this time it'll be a Z position, so we just add that in there, but transform the Z position, and this one would be less than. And we'll see if this 23 works for us. So it's again not moving, and so that would suggest that this needs to be less than. It would suggest that's the wrong code. Maybe it's positive 23. Experimenting with code this way actually gives us a real understanding of what our code is actually doing. And off he goes. Let's have a look. Are we getting to the end? And you can see that it's not quite got to the end at negative 23, at positive 23. So I'm going to go up to 25 maybe. Getting close to the end here now, and we could probably go one more, 26. So that's how we experiment, and of course we would experiment with the bottom. I'm going to do it really quickly. So you can see this code doesn't stop it falling off it. It just stops it getting to the point where it actually can fall off it without momentum. So if you've got momentum, it will fall off it because it's got a rigid body on it, which has got physics. So if I was to just run that, you can see that as I run it, I get closer and I stop. It doesn't do it, but change direction, and at some point it might just fall off. There it goes. So that's the end of this video.